Top 10 Museums in Vienna. A fantastic city to visit, Vienna is the cultural center of Austria, and as such it has an amazing range of museums for visitors to revel in. One of the most beautiful capitals in the world, art and history combine delightfully in Vienna, in the shape of the stunning buildings and palaces that house the museums themselves. With extensive art collections for locals and foreigners alike to enjoy, Vienna's museums are among the many highlights that the city has to offer. 10. Third Man Museum. A classic film that was actually voted the best British film of the 20th century, part of The Third Man, was shot in the sewers in Vienna, and that is where this museum is set, in the underground world below the city. Exploring the sewers with a headlamp is a fun and adventurous affair in itself. Film lovers will enjoy recognizing parts that featured in the film, and there is some lovely architecture on show. 9. Haus der Musik. Renowned for its composers and operas, it is no surprise that Vienna is also home to the wonderful Haus der Musik. A fun and entertaining museum for children and adults alike, the interactive installations take you through the world of sound, elucidating how music is made and how certain sounds are produced. A well-thought-out place, there are lots of hands-on exhibitions for you to have a go at, such as individual steps on the staircase which act as piano keys. 8. Museum of Military History. One of the most important military history museums in the world, the huge complex where it is located was commissioned by Emperor Franz Joseph I, and as such there is some lovely architecture in addition to the extensive collection of artifacts. Documenting Austria's military history, there is a stunning array of weapons, armaments, uniforms and more for you to check out, and it certainly doesn't pull any punches when exploring the darker parts of the country's past. 7. Kunsthaus Wien. An amazing building to gaze upon. The Kunsthaus Wien's quirky exterior was designed by Friedensreich Hundertwasser, and the interior is equally mesmerizing to explore due to the unique architecture on show. Located in the museum quarter, it houses an exquisite exhibition of Hundertwasser's works, and there are lots of interesting architectural designs and graphic works on display for you to enjoy. 6. Leopold Museum. Exhibiting a wide range of Austrian art that dates from 1880 to World War I, the Leopold Museum's delightful collection is well worth checking out when visiting Vienna. There are over 600 oil paintings on display and over 3,000 watercolors for visitors to enjoy. With sculptures, porcelain, wood carvings and more also on display, the Leopold Museum has a lot to offer. 5. Belvedere Palace Museum. The museum is located in the beautiful Belvedere Palace, from which it takes its name, and it is surrounded by some lovely gardens which are the perfect place for a relaxing stroll. Home to one of the most important art collections in the whole of the country, lots of great Austrian painters are exhibited here, with the galleries dedicated to Art Nouveau and the Fin de siècle movements being particularly brilliant to visit. 4. Sisi Museum. A revered figure who was renowned for her beauty, Empress Elizabeth, or Sisi as she was known, married into the Habsburg family and so became one of the most prominent celebrities of Europe in the 19th century. Beloved by many, the museum is dedicated to her life and offers up an interesting look at what life as an aristocrat was like at that time. With over 300 of her personal items exhibited, gloves, dresses, gowns and more are on display for visitors to gaze upon. 3. Albertina. With a colossal collection of drawings and watercolors, books and printings, the Albertina is home to the largest collection of graphic material in the world. Spanning over 5 centuries of art, the museum comprehensively looks at the different European schools that proved to be so influential and exhibits innumerable masterpieces by some of their most famous students. With so much fine art on display, there is a lot to take in, as there are also lots of lovely illustrated books, posters and printing plates for visitors to enjoy. 2. Naturhistorisches Museum. Opened in 1891, the museum houses an almost unfathomable 30 million objects, all to do with our life here on Earth. The Natural History Museum looks at the history of the planet, and there are exhibitions on evolution, meteorites, animals and more. It also has a great collection of dinosaur bones, which is among the museum's main attractions. A huge place, there is loads to see, and many people enjoy heading to the planetarium, which is a relaxing yet educational and entertaining part of the museum. 1. Kunsthistorisches Museum. Located in an absolutely stunning building that is crowned by a lovely dome, the Museum of Art History, as it is known in English, is fantastic to visit and is not to be missed when in Vienna. With one of the most important and indeed most expansive art collections in the world, it is a breathtaking place to explore, in part due to the beautiful galleries and rooms in which the art is exhibited. On top of the countless artifacts and objects on show, The museum also has a huge collection of paintings, and some of the fantastic work by Rembrandt, Raphael and Michelangelo are among the many highlights.